I'm going to give you a staggering statistic just now that I'm pretty sure you're not actually going to believe. Did you know that over 50% of businesses in the UK fail inside their first 2 years? Yes, over 50%. Now for me, as someone who preaches entrepreneurship, who talks about business, how you should go out there and create that product, start that business, launch that idea, that doesn't sound too good. The thing about that is though, there's a bit of a caveat. There are certain ways that you can ensure that you do not fall into that small category of people that actually go out there and find success in business. So I'm going to talk about 3 different ways that you can make sure that you do not fall into the majority and end up being part of that over 50% of businesses that fail inside the first 2 years. Tip number 1 is changing what you consume. So many people think that business, especially when they transition from having a job, is just something that goes on between 9 and 5 or 8 and half 4, whatever their business hours are. They wake up, they eat, they go, they work throughout the day, they finish and they come home. Now, one of the first things I want to say is self-employed people and business owners at the start, it can be very hard to actually fill a full day. You can have 2 or 3 hours worth of work to do, but you sit in the office all day and you're playing fucking Thing Arena 3. If any of you guys remember Thing Arena, I might have just shown my age, but maybe you don't remember it. Do you remember it, Gary? Thing Arena, I used to play it in school. So yeah, you might spend all your time, that's why I didn't go fucking university, right, thank God. You might spend your time dicking about and drawing out your tasks, and if you've watched my video on talking about, you know, being under stress and actually focusing on a task, it's easy to fall into not doing that when you're first into your business. So what you need to do is change what you consume. In that spare time, those spare hours, the times at night where you would maybe play PlayStation for 2 or 3 hours, you might watch Netflix for a couple hours, you should be consuming stuff that directly benefits your business. Whatever industry that you're in, there will be industry experts and industry leaders who produce massive amounts of content on YouTube. What's that other one called? What's that fucking app called? Where people go in little chat rooms that everyone was on. Remember that? Yeah. Is it Clubhouse? Clubhouse is shit, by the way, but you might use it. I don't know, I use it for like 15 minutes, it's fucking rubbish. But there is gonna be people out there consistently producing content every single day. Now, education doesn't stop in school. It doesn't stop when you're in university and you leave. It never finishes. There is always new emerging trends within your specific niche. You should be watching people gaining tips, expertise, and strategies on how you can take what they have done, their success, apply it in your business and have a higher degree of success. Having that kind of information is gonna ensure that you're at the top of your game, you're at the front of your industry, and you're not actually falling behind providing work or results that are subpar, or actually using strategies and techniques that are no longer relevant inside your industry. Number 2, and this might be a mindset shift for a lot of you, regardless of what business you're in, even if it doesn't appear to be what I'm just about to say, you need to understand that, whoa, I was nearly sick, bro. Yeah, I know, I was fine. I ate some chicken and rice this morning. Vegan chicken, obviously. Okay, so I'm interrupting the video just now, but I want you to give me 30 seconds for me to tell you about an event that's coming up here in Glasgow that I guarantee you is going to be the best investment you've ever made. How cool would it be for you to share a room with 500 other entrepreneurs driven to succeed, sharing the room with 15 different speakers who are experts across a multitude of different industries who are going to show you their skills, their hacks, their secrets to actually go out there and make money in loads of different ways. How you can take a business that you've maybe already started operating and take it from 50k, 60k, whatever you are, and actually explode it into the millions. Loads of people don't actually get the opportunity to have something like that, to go and experience something like that. But today I am giving you the opportunity by offering you a seat at the table at the Scottish Financial Freedom Summit here in Glasgow on the 10th and 11th of June. This is going to be Scotland's biggest ever business event, and I'm so excited and so grateful to be able to actually put this on here in my home city of Glasgow. An event that I attended in 2018, very similar to this, literally changed my whole life, and I'm sure the Scottish Financial Freedom Summit can do the same for you. Click the card down beside me here, find out some more information about the Scottish Financial Freedom Summit, watch the video, look at the speakers. We've got BBC Dragons, Stars of the Apprentice, people that you can't imagine are going to be here in Glasgow. Point number 2, and some of you might disagree with me at the start here, but hear me out. You need to understand that any business is based completely around your ability to sell. Everything in life is sales and negotiation. So one of the biggest things that you can do is invest some time, potentially some money as well, into high quality sales training. I don't care if you are a fucking joiner who just goes out and builds partition walls and you think, Richard, what do I need sales skills for? When I sit down with business owners, and I even speak to my own father, right? My own dad, who's a self-employed electrician, has his own electrical business, and he goes out and does an amazing job because he's a fantastic electrician. He is a shit salesperson, right? He's very much, oh yeah, just pay me when that's ready and just do this, and yeah, I'll put you in the diary and no problem, and trusts everyone's word and all that kind of stuff. I guarantee you, if you right now are turning over 70k a year, you're turning over 100k a year, you're turning over 200k a year, whatever number you're turning over, if you have not invested time and some money and some effort and some focus into sales training, this is going to sound like a crazy statistic, but you are missing out on another 100% of your revenue. So if you're at 100k, you right now should be at 200k. If you're at 250k, you should be at $500,000. Having sales training, regardless of what it is you do, even if you are a charity. By the way, even more if you're a charity. Have you ever been cornered by those people on Buchanan Street or whatever your local high street is in London, Manchester, Birmingham, wherever you are? Are they not the best salesmen and saleswomen in the world? They are incredible at what they do, but they're not for profit. This is because everything in business, everything in life, every negotiation, you go into the shop, you buy a bottle of juice, you go somewhere and you want to haggle on a price, everything is sales and negotiation. So you need to invest time, money and effort into getting your sales game up, even if you don't think it directly impacts what you provide at your business. Now, point number 3, I've spoken about sales and training, right? And how sometimes training can be free and training can cost. I've spoken about finding those industry leaders, those people producing large amounts of high quality content online that you can tap into for free. But when you combine those two together, you're going to find a huge expanse online of people providing amazing quality online and live trainings. Kind of like what we do here at the Yes Academy. You know, we're not industry specific. Yes, you get loads of people who are like, I am this entrepreneur and I'm going to teach you how you can get X, Y, and Z results. Here at Yes, we don't really do that. We bring people in, you have your idea, your business, and we use our systems, strategies, tools, and community to take what you're doing and make it explode and grow regardless of what it is you do. So we're kind of a bit more of a multi-tool when it comes to business. But what you should be looking to do is find a mentor. Find someone with the life that you want, the results that you want to achieve. Befriend them. If you need to spend money to be at the same table as them to discuss, I've spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on mentorship over the last 5 years, and to be totally honest, I would have probably spent more on a degree when it comes to paying for the degree, taking out the debt, the student loans, all that kind of stuff, drinking the fucking 90p vodka shots at the weekend and waking up the next day with like a banging headache. I would have probably wasted all that money to go into a graduate job at 20k a year, 22k a year, something like that. So I understand now with the life that I have that the money I've spent on my education has been an absolutely astounding investment. So you should be looking at the different options that you have for mentorship. How can I get around the people who have the Lambo, if the Lambo is the thing that you want? The person who has the 8-bedroom house with a tennis court. Okay, I've found this person that's done that and they're willing to mentor me. How am I going to get around that person and actually learn the strategy that they've used to get to that point? Mentorship is one of the most incredible ways that you can fast track your process in business. So get online right now, get on YouTube, get on fucking Google, get on the Yes Academy site, however it is you want to find someone somewhere that can mentor you either in your specific niche or in business in general. If they have the life you want, they know the blueprint, they have been there, they have done it, they have achieved it. So if you need to spend £1,000, £1,500, £2,000, whatever their course, whatever their mentorship program costs, it is almost always going to be a worthwhile investment as long as you are willing to actually pull the trigger, do the work and follow their advice. So if you actually dedicate time to these 3 things, you're serious about your education, you're serious about learning how to sell, how to negotiate, how to close, you're serious about learning how to market your business, how to fund your business properly, about hiring people who are better than you, this list of 3 could go on to be a list of fucking 100, to be totally honest. Maybe we'll do a podcast on this one day and we'll talk about it, right? But if you're serious about these things, go out and employ them, put them to work, and you will not fall into that 50+% of businesses that actually fail inside the first 2 years, especially with mentors, friends, and a network around you all driving towards success. It's going to be very, very hard for you to fail.